Vizhinjam Port is India's first major deepwater transshipment hub, located near Trivandrum, Kerala. Over 265 international vessels docked at Vizhinjam, and if you look at the latest annual data, that number has crossed 600. These aren't your normal cargo boats. These are motherships, floating cities carrying 20,000 containers. For 75 years, these giants ignored India. They went to Dubai, they went to Singapore, they went to Colombo. They never touched India's coast. Why are they coming now? If you think this is just about business, you are wrong. This is about a silent war for the Indian Ocean. China knows it. America knows it. Today, we analyze the geopolitics of Vizhinjam. Why is a small fishing town in Kerala terrifying the biggest ports in Asia? Chapter 1. The Colombo Tax. To understand the power of Vizhinjam, you first need to understand the Colombo Tax. For decades, India has been bleeding money. Here's the math. Most Indian ports, like Mumbai or Chennai, are too shallow. A massive mothership cannot park there, so these giants stop in Colombo, Sri Lanka. They dump India's goods in Colombo. Then we pay smaller feeder ships to bring those goods to India. We are paying rent to a foreign country to handle our own products. How much? Data shows India loses roughly $200 to $220 million, or approximately 2,000 crores every single year, just on these transshipment fees. That is 2,000 crores bleeding out of the Indian economy, fueling Sri Lanka and Singapore. Vizhinjam was built to stop this bleeding. Chapter 2. The Secret Weapon. So why Vizhinjam? Why not Cochin or Chennai? The answer lies underwater. Modern motherships are beasts. They need a depth, or draft, of 18 to 20 meters to float. Most Indian ports, they're only 12 to 15 meters deep. To fix this, ports rely on dredging. It sounds simple, just digging out the sand to make the floor deeper, but in reality, it is a logistical nightmare. First, there is the cost. Capital dredging, the initial dig, costs billions of rupees. But the ocean fights back. Currents constantly push sand and silt back into those channels. It's like digging a hole in the beach right next to the waterline. The moment you stop digging, the ocean fills it back up. This forces ports into an endless cycle called maintenance dredging. They have to pay hundreds of crores every single year just to keep the depth they already paid for. It's a permanent tax on the port's profitability. Vizhinjam is a geographical miracle. Just 1 kilometer from the shore, the ocean floor drops naturally. It has a natural depth of 20 to 24 meters. No digging, no dredging. It is the only port in India that can naturally host the biggest ships in the world. While other ports spend crores fighting the sand, Vizhinjam is ready by nature. Chapter 3. The Geopolitics, Breaking the String of Pearls. Money is only half the story. The real story is about survival. To understand why Vizhinjam is terrifying to our neighbors, you need to understand the most dangerous map in modern geopolitics, the String of Pearls. Imagine a necklace wrapped around India's neck. The pearls are not jewelry, they are strategic ports built and controlled by China. The goal? To encircle India and dominate the Indian Ocean. Let's count the pearls. Pearl 1, the West. China built the Gwadar port in Pakistan. They operate it, giving them a direct door to the Arabian Sea, right next to our border. Pearl 2, the East. They have secured a 70% stake in the Kyaukphyu deep water port in Myanmar. Pearl 3, the South, the crown jewel. This is the most critical one, Hambantota in Sri Lanka.
In Sri Lanka, the island is on a highway to becoming a Chinese colony. First the Hambantota port and now Port City Colombo. Port City Colombo is a Chinese project.
With Pakistan to acquire the usage rights to more than 2,000 acres of land for a Chinese company to develop a massive special economic zone in the deep sea port of Gwadar.
This deep water port gave China total control over the busiest trade route in the world. In geopolitical terms, this is what experts call the string of pearls. Why this matters? Well, right now it looks like just a commercial port, but here is the real nightmare scenario. If India and China ever face off in a future conflict, this location changes everything. Instead of just defending its northern border in the Himalayas, India would have to look over its shoulder at the ocean. This port could allow Chinese submarines and warships to refuel and dock right in India's backyard, effectively trapping India in a pincer movement from both land and sea. Every oil tanker going to China, every container ship going to Europe had to bow down to the pearl in Sri Lanka. India was just a spectator in its own ocean. But Vizhinjam changes the game. Vizhinjam is India's diamond to cut the string of pearls. Look at the location. Vizhinjam is actually closer to the international shipping channel than Colombo. By building a world-class deep water port right here, India is telling the world, you don't need China's port in Sri Lanka anymore. We have a better one, deeper one, and safer one right here. It breaks the monopoly China was trying to build. Chapter 4. The Reality Check. But let's not celebrate too early. This is where we need to be realistic. A port is only as good as its connection to the land. Right now the ships are coming, but how do the containers leave Trivandrum? The connectivity is still a massive challenge. The 10.7-kilometer railway tunnel to connect the port is only expected to be finished by 2028. The roads are being widened, but land acquisition in Kerala is always a nightmare. Despite the challenges, history is being written. For 2,000 years, Kerala was known for exporting spices. Today, they are exporting location. They are selling their geography to the world. Vizhinjam isn't just a Kerala project, it is India's entry ticket to the big league. The only question is, can we build the roads and rails fast enough to win this war? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.